So I think, in my opinion, a show and a property like Goldie Gold and Action Jack, which originally aired 34 years ago, going to be 34 years ago, could really succeed in today's world. Could really, really just open the door for many possibilities, and you can get more than just one season out of it. And if you want my advice, if you really want to get people behind this show, as much as I might get criticized for this, get the people that did Mystery Incorporated. Yeah, get them. Get those writers. And I guarantee you'll have a hit on your hands. Another property I think that could really, to me, that could really probably thrive in today's world, especially on the Hub net, especially on Discovery Family, formerly the Hub Network, is Pink Panther and Sons. And you can even rename that Pink Panther Presents the Rainbow Panthers. And you could still acknowledge it, as, with Pinky and Panky being Pink Panther's sons and everything. So I really think the potential is there for that as well. And like I said, you could rename it. You could call it Pink Panther and Sons Present the Rainbow Panthers, or Pink Panther Presents the Rainbow Panthers. I mean, and you could do more. You can get the same people that animate and write for My Little Pony and Littlest Pet Shop, and you would have a hit on your hands. There's no doubt about it. It's like, for some odd reason, I will admit this, it seems that for the past 4 to 5 seasons, these people can do no wrong. They can't. They can do no wrong. In my opinion, they can do no wrong. So I think, in all honesty, it can be done. And if you want to really update them for this generation, for this new generation, you can make them older. I mean, pretty much they were confirmed to be like pre-teens or something like that in the original run, in the original show. In a rebooted, updated version, you can make them teenagers now. I mean, you could have them deal with issues that normally you couldn't have them deal with back then. I'm just saying. But again, this is just my opinion as to what shows I believe can, have that potential. Now, I know Pink Panther and Sons, that's kind of in limbo as to how it would be remade, how it could be redone. But I truly think it can and should be done. Because like I said, it's a perfect property to put on Discovery Family. And like I said, you can get the same animators and writers that have done MLP and Littlest Pet Shop, and there you go. Because it seems they can do no wrong. It seems they can. They cannot do no wrong. Another property I think that should be considered for a possible reboot is Wild West Cowboys of Moo Mesa. Now, I know I've talked about this before, but to me, I really think this is something that can definitely definitely has that potential to go to another level. I mean, if you have a company that's willing to reboot Bag of Mice from Mars for a new generation and basically have it be a continuation of the original and the potential it had there, believe me, you cannot do any wrong with something like that. But to me, Wild West Cowboys of Moo Mesa definitely has that potential that if given the shot to be rebooted and, as either a continuation or just starting all over, there you go. To me, it would be really worth the time and the effort. And you could do so much more with the characters. I mean, yeah, they did a lot in the 2 seasons they had. Don't get me wrong about that. They wrote some good stories, don't get me wrong. But I think you could do so much more. I mean, some of the characters that made just one appearances, like, what was it, Calamity Kate's cousin or something like that. You could have done so much more with that character. So much more. You could do so much more with Calamity Kate. You could do so much more with Lily Bovine, with Cody Cap. I mean, you could do so much more, explore more with the characters. Hold on for a second. Like I said, you could do so much more with the characters than you can even imagine. You could do so much more. I mean, the potential to explore the backstories as well is there. I mean, you could take what is formerly a very comedic property, and you can give it the same kind of freaking treatment you gave Ninja Turtles back in 2003. You can make it humorous. You can keep the humor in there, but you can also make it a little bit more serious. You can make it more serious. You know, you can make it more serious. You can make it dark at times if you want to. The potential is there. And like I said, you can explore and you could use this potential for a reboot of Moo Mesa to explore the origins of each character, the backstories. Like how Sheriff Terrible came into power as the sheriff, and how he doubles, and how he became, and how he, came to be, how he came to, be as the alter ego, his alter ego, the Masked Bull. You can find out things about that. You can find out, the background with all these characters. You could do so much more, especially with today's medium, that I guarantee you, people would actually tune in and they would watch it. They would enjoy it. The atmosphere, like I said, you can keep the humorous tone and everything, but you can also have a very, serious tone as well. You can have that mixed hybrid of humor and seriousness, of light and dark. You could have that here with a rebooted Moo Mesa. And don't tell me people wouldn't watch that show, because they would. They would watch this reboot. Especially if they've heard about the show but never seen the original show. They would tune in to watch and see what it was all about. I'm sure there's some people that never knew what Biker Mice from Mars was. They watched the rebooted continuation of it. It made them want to go and watch the original. The point is, again, the point is, I think, in my opinion, this is a property that could definitely use not only a reboot, but could definitely use that hybridness of light and dark, comedic and serious. And like I said, you could do so much more with the characters, even the one-shot characters. I mean, I could see potential for Lily and for Calamity for maybe an episode or two, for both of them at the same time, if not individually, step in for one of the Moo Mesa guys. Like, let's say Colorado gets injured or Dakota gets injured. You can have Lily and or Calamity step in and take their place. Even if, let's say, Moo's against it, have them prove themselves. Say, hey, is this proof enough for you to allow me to join you? There you go. If not, have both get injured and then have Moo with both, or let's say Moo gets injured, have Moo and Dakota gets injured. Boom, there you go. Again, like I say, the potential for things like that are possible. They really are. And you can even do things with Cody Cap. You can age him and his friends a little bit, make them maybe like teenagers or something like that. Have him go into go into training, so that maybe when the time's right, even if he's like, let's say 13, 14 years old, 15, he can actually start, going along with Marshall Moo and in Dakota and Colorado on the missions, things like that. So again, the potential is there. It really is. And to me, these are just shows and properties, like I said, from Goldie Gold, Pink Panther and Sons to Moo Mesa, that I really think have the potential to do good if they are properly rebooted and updated for this new generation. But let me know what you guys think down below. Do you think these three have that potential? And what three do you think from the 80s and 90s should get a reboot? An updated reboot for a new generation that you think could succeed today with that reboot, with that updated reboot. Let me know what you guys think down below. Comment if you like. I'm out.